students, welcome back to your biology class. I hope you all have revised the last two lectures, day 1 and day 2, through my videos. Let's continue with the chapter 8, structure and function of the living organism in plants, day 3 topic. Let's begin with the learning outcome first. So learning outcome means after the completion of this video, what you will be going to achieve, what you will be able to explain the things. So students, after this completion of the video, you will be able to define shoot system. What is the definition of the shoot system? Next, you will be able to differentiate between the node and the internode. What is the definition of node? Also will be able to state that, and will be able to define internode also. Next is the, after completion of this video, you will be able to state the functions of the stem, what functions that are performed by the stem, and in the growth and in the survival of the plant. What are the various functions that is performed by the stem? In last, you will be able to demonstrate that stem grows towards the sunlight, and you will be able to do this activity at home, and this whole phenomenon is called as a phototropism. And also you will be able to perform another activity in which the stem shows, which shows that stem show transportation or upward conduction of water. So all these are the topic which we are going to cover today. These are your learning outcomes. So let's begin with the topic. So now we are going to discuss the shoot system. So what is shoot system? Shoot system means the part of the plant which is present above the soil. The part of the plant which is present above the soil. So this is called as a shoot system, which include stem, include leaves, which include flowers, fruits, as well as seeds. Inside the fruit there is a seed. So all these parts which are present above the soil, that is called as a shoot system. So let's read out the definition. So shoot system means the part of plant which is found above the soil is known as a shoot system. It consists of stem, leaves, flowers, seeds, and fruits. So this is your first learning outcome. Now you are able to define what is shoot system. Coming to the next slide. So here you can see the picture of the plant having a few labelings are mentioned over here. So we are going to discuss about the term node, about the internode. So you can see here on the stem, the part from where the leaf arises. The part from where leaf arises, this part is called as a node. This portion is called as a node. This node region appears at regular intervals. After regular intervals, wherever the stem portion which bears the flower, that portion from which the leaf arises, that is called as a node. And in between this node region, this portion of stem is called as the internode. Clear? So what is node? Node is a point from where the leaf arises, and node appears at after regular intervals, and in between the two nodes, that is called as the internode. Now we are going to discuss few more terms also. First of all, let's study the characters which we have discussed. First feature is stem, the main part of the stem of the shoot system which grows upward above the ground, that is called as a stem. Stem where leaves located at a regular interval, such places are called as the nodes. The portion between the two nodes, that is called as the internode. Now we are going to discuss about the term trunk and the bark. So all of you have seen the tree. It has a thick outer covering. So this strongest part of the tree, this is called as a trunk. This which increases in the width, the stem portion which increases in the width and becomes later on, when it grows older and older, this strongest part of the tree is called as a trunk. And this trunk, it has the outer thick brown covering, and this outer thick brown covering is called as a bark. This outer covering of the tree, this is called as a bark. So this bark, it provides protection to the stem. So in this way, now your next learning outcome, it has been achieved. Now you are able to explain all the characteristics of the stem. Let's begin with the next topic, that is the stem function. So what are different functions which are performed by the stem? Basically, stem, it provides support to the plant. It helps in conduction. Conduction means transportation, transport of water and minerals to the plant in upward direction. And this up conduction of water is done through the stem, and this stem has a special cells, special tissues. That tissues are called as a xylem tissues. These tissues, they are helpful in moving the water in upward direction. Clear? This also another function of stem, it helps in the growth. It also stores food in some cases, like we will discuss later, in potato, in ginger. So basically stem जो है, it store the food inside it. It helps in holding the leaf. Yes, stem, it holds the leaf and helps so that the these leaves, they get the maximum sunlight for performing the photosynthesis. In some cases, when stem is young, it is green, it also performs the photosynthesis when it is young or green. Let's discuss in the next slide some more functions. So these are the functions of the stem. First, it keeps the plant straight and upright, help in providing the support, keeping the plant in a straight position, erect position. Next, it helps to transport water and minerals from roots to the all parts of the body, as I have already told you about that the roots, they carry the water from the soil, but through the special tissues which are called as the xylem tissues. These tissues, they are helpful in conducting, in transporting the water in the upward direction. So basically, special tissues are there, which are there in the stem of the plant, which help in the conduction of the water and mineral. Next, it holds the leaf so that leaf receive maximum sunlight and perform the photosynthesis. Next, it transport food. Yes, leaves, whatever the food is prepared by the leaves, that is transported through the stem to different parts of the plant. In some plant, it stores food. Already I have explained you, like potato, ginger, even in the turmeric also. These all are the underground stem and they store food in them. I have explained already. The plants which are having their stem green, which are young plants, they can perform photosynthesis. In many cases, like in cactus plant also, its stem perform the photosynthesis. So there are a lot of functions of stems are there. So in this way, your next learning outcome has been achieved. Now you are able to state the functions of the stem. Now let's begin with an activity. So activity is stem grow towards the sunlight. Let's start with an activity to show the stem move towards the sunlight. So for this you need a shoe box, and we have to place 2 cardboard pieces, and we have to fix that cardboard pieces with the help of glue or with the help of cello tape.
Now after that you have to make a hole on the other side of the shoe box, and you can cover that hole with the cello tape, transparent tape. Now afterward we are going to place a pot carrying the saplings, carrying the baby plants at the bottom of the shoebox. We will observe after few days that stem moves towards the sunlight, and this phenomenon is called as phototropism. So let's place this pot in a tilted position with having saplings, having baby plants in it. Now I am going to cover this shoebox with the lid, its lid, and we will place this shoebox near the window or near in the sunlight. So you will observe that inside the box hole the area is dark. No, this box is receiving sunlight, but from the tip it is receiving. And after 15 days or 2 weeks, you will observe that the stem, it will move, it will bend towards that hole, that is towards upside, towards the sunlight, where the its tip receiving the sunlight, this stem is moving towards that side. So this shows that plants, they move towards sunlight, and this phenomenon is called phototropism.
So now after the activity, it has been clear that stem, it always grow towards the sunlight. It never bend downwards. It always moves towards the sunlight. So this phenomenon is called as a phototropism. So let's begin with one more activity. So this activity, you can perform all these activities at home and do it. So this activity is about upward conduction of the water by the stem. As I have told you that in the stem, special tissues are there. That tissues are called as a xylem tissue, which help in the upward movement of the water and mineral. So this upward movement is done by these. This is done by these xylem tissue. In this glass, we are having a red ink, water filled with the red ink. Later on, you will observe when we'll dip this stem in the water, you will see that the color of the stem and the leaf had become red. So why this happened? This happened due to this xylem tissue. It helps in transporting, it acts as a pipe which helps in transporting the water from the stem to the different area, to the different parts of the leaf. So let's watch the activity.
For this activity you need a white flowers. Now cut off the excess stem from this plant part. After that you have to take a glass filled with water. Now add few drops of the food color. You can add any food color. I am taking the red color. Mix the color very well in the water. You can get this food color from bakery or any grocery shop. Now place the flowers having stem dipped in water. You can also take some of the flowers also, you can dip in a pure water and see the difference in them. After 8 to 10 hours you will see the flowers having which are dipped in a red ink, that their petals become reddish in color. This is due to the upward conduction of the water, so with the help of xylem tissues.
Outcomes which you have been achieved. Now you are able to define the shoot system. You are able to differentiate between the node and the internode. The portion which is present from where the stem which bears the leaf, that portion is called node, and in between the two nodes, that is called as a internode. We have discussed various functions of the stem. Stem provides support. Stem, it helps in growth. It helps in transport of water and mineral. It makes the plant to stand erect. So these are the functions which you are now able to explain them. And also you will be able to, now you are able to perform these activities at home, and will be able to discuss that stem that goes towards the sunlight, only sunlight towards, not towards the gravity. And also with the help of the xylem tissue which is present in the stem, which helps in the upward movement of the water. So this is all about the today's topic. Thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe and healthy.